Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of No Boundaries. It's your girl Aisha checking in. Welcome. So, today's a freestyle, and I wanted to talk about becoming because that's, the series that we're still in at the moment. That's where God has us. So, we want to be obedient. So, anyway, with that being said, today we're going to talk about becoming and becoming a catalyst. Now, your girl loves her words. So with that, we have an appropriate definition. So our friends at Merriam-Webster say that a catalyst is a person or a thing that provokes change or an action or speeds up the significance of the change or the action that's occurring, basically. So ask yourself, how am I becoming a catalyst today? So for me, in regards to becoming one, I'm always one that is encouraging, sharing experiences through bumps and bruises. I'm always, sharing or shedding light in a situation. If I see something, I say something. Some people don't appreciate that, but again, I can only be my authentic self. So, anyway, so through that, if people ask for advice or they consider you to be part of their circle of wise counsel or their go-to person that they take advice from, then that's being a catalyst. That's giving out advice, that's sharing your experiences and information to either alter their way of thinking for the good. But I won't say alter, encourage a different way of thinking for the good, to promote a different action, which would, promote a different outcome for that person versus the opposite, if you follow what I'm saying. So I'm going to read from my notes what I wrote really quick. It says, also a catalyst is one who encourages a progress point or change without being changed. Did you like that? Offering that advice or encouraging action for change without being changed by that person's situation. So in other words, you don't take them home with you. So for example, some people, when they punch out from work, they take their work experiences home with them, and they take it out on their family, or they withdraw from their families and retreat or whatever. So it's we don't want to take that home with us. We're not picking up any baggage. We can shed light, but not invite darkness in. We can share wisdom, but not invite ignorance in, if that makes sense. It's an exchange without expecting reciprocity or some form of, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, without reciprocity or, expecting something to be given in return to you because of your services or things of that nature. You just really hope for the best for that person. You give them the tools they need, or you add to whatever they have in their arsenal to help them be successful. So again, you don't take that home with you. You don't invite people's problems into your life. You can pray for people. You can encourage people. You can try to help them implement some different tools and things of that nature. But we are not into witchcraft and trying to control people, manipulate outcomes. That's not what we do. No, not at all. Also, whatever you use your time, talent, and treasure for, to be a catalyst to help someone else. Because I try to tell people all the time, it is not just about me as an individual or you as an individual. God knew that we would need people, we would need relationship, we would need community to be together and to get things accomplished for his kingdom and his will, and just for the betterment and the good of people. You know what I'm saying? So that is very important. So, and you being a catalyst. My other note says, you help develop in this integration system, new thoughts, new ideals. That's why I'm always telling people, be mindful of what you say. The Bible tells us to be mindful of what we say, because we have to give an account for every word. But it's be mindful of what you tell people, because you might be their last bit of hope. You might be the only Jesus that they see. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of what you say. Love requires change. It requires accountability. And sometimes accountability doesn't always feel so great because people don't like for you to say, hey, shouldn't be doing that, shouldn't be saying that, shouldn't go here, shouldn't go there. But it's like, if I love you, then I help you, not hinder you, not harm you, or let you drive off of a cliff. You know what I'm saying? So we work on being people who develop and have this integral system. I hope I said that right. You know, I am a high on about words. And the system where we foster new thoughts and ideals and hope and encouragement, and create that kind of movement, if that makes sense. Oh, and so another key point was this, and I'm gonna end it on this note because, like I said, it was gonna be short and brief. It wasn't like this whole big to do. It was like one-two punch, boom, boom, straight to the point. So another key point I wanted to say was, please make sure you're not consumed by the situation itself. That is very, very important. You know how people, they don't necessarily do it on purpose. Some do. I'm not going to say they don't. Some do, because I've experienced some people. But if you're not careful in being that catalyst, people kind to get you entangled into their web of whatever they got going on. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Just in and out like a robbery. For a lack of better terms, okay? Y'all know it's just me, okay? But as always, I want to encourage you to be the greatest version of yourself. Don't be afraid to become a catalyst, because it helps your community, it helps your family, it helps the people around you. It could be a stranger. You never know who you entertaining. Your words, they could be hanging on a cliff today, but your words of encouragement could foster a hope to get them to a point mentally and emotionally to get back up and fight again. And that's what's important. So as always, be the greatest version of yourself. Stay safe, and God bless.